professional, efficient, expert.
I would recommend Maven University to other small business owners.
Very, very helpful to not have to build that from scratch.
I would also recommend it to a small business owner who's just getting started and maybe doesn't have thousands and thousands to invest. They want to feel like they're working with someone legit. So it's really nice to be able to put that final piece there and to have the web presence that legitimizes the business, gives them one place where they can go to see the offerings and to contact me as well.
It actually was a very seamless transition because the template was formatted that it actually fit really well for the vibe of the business. So it made it much more of an easier transition to move over to it because I didn't have to think about an aesthetic that was going to fit my business.
I just sat down one afternoon and with what you had laid out, I just went in and boom, 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 boom. I just did a power session.
Having a beautifully done website has just helped with that overall feel, that level of professionalism that a lot of people need, even if they are investing in someone to meet them at the gym. You're dressed down. It's not all fancy when you're in there. They still expect that on the front end when they're taking on something as big as trying to do a health overhaul, right?
I'm actually being educated at the same time that I'm trying to build the website. I came from a place of just getting some kind of basic template, and it just kind of put, your contact information, your logo, and little paragraph spaces. And so over here, the Maven University, everything was there.
When I first started my business, the website was the thing that you had to absolutely have. And so I invested the money in somebody who could just make it look pretty, but it wasn't functional. And so with Maven University, yes, they help you to make it aesthetically pleasing, but it's so that it can be functional, so that it can convert. And for me, that was the biggest takeaway from it, is because everything was specifically placed so that would make it easier for conversion.
I loved using the templates because I loved having that vision that was sort of already there that I could tweak as little or as much as I wanted, right? So the template gave me a little bit more structure, and the tutorials made me understand how to use the template. And that made building a website feel more accessible for me. I chose Maven University because I felt like it was a step above the typical template, if you will, because the instructions and the tutorials guided you on how to use them. And that made it feel more accessible to me.
I got the house rented in less than a week with it. It was like plug and play, got everything connected really nicely. The color palette worked out great, and I was able to match my logo to it.
For one, you guys did absolutely cover all the bases. It was very professional. This is not some type of rinky-dink thing. This is for real. It's put together very nice and professional.